Good morning, Market Chameleons, and everyone joining us for the first time. Thanks for coming by and checking out the Market Chameleon pre-market show. Before we get started, let's take a look at the shared disclaimer. Be aware that neither Market Chameleon, Dimitri, or myself are registered investment advisors or a broker-dealer. If you're searching for investment advice, please reach out to a licensed professional. This show and webinar, as all our shows and webinars, are for informational purposes only concerning Market Chameleon tools and products. With that, one last look at the disclaimer. And let's welcome Dimitri Pargamonik to the stage to talk about how to screen for stocks using technical and fundamental metrics. How you doing, D?
Good. How are you doing?
Great.
Let me see. Do you see my screen here?
Got it.
Yeah. Good. Good morning, everyone. And today, what we'll do is take a look at a stock screener, and we'll do some filtering using both technical and fundamental metrics. This was based on some questions that I saw over the emails, and we'll just show a couple examples how to do that. So let's get to the stock screener, and we're gonna go to the main menu under screeners. To the left-hand side, you see stocks. Click on that, and you come up to a stock screener. Up top, we have filters with different tabs to show the available filters. And below, we have a data table with different metrics and statistics for all these available securities. This table also has tabs that you could go through showing different types of analytics and metrics. What we're going to do is take a look at first some fundamental metrics to narrow down our search, and then we'll add some technical metrics just to get an idea how to start narrowing down some of these choices, because right now we have over 11,600 different items in our table. And let's see if we could narrow this down based on some unique or specific criteria. And let's start out maybe taking a look at some fundamental metrics. So we'll go over here and look at some valuation and profit metrics. And here we'll start looking for stocks. We're going to make this up as we go. Looking for perhaps high profit margins. Okay, so let's take a look at that. High profit margins. And if we look at this section here, we see there's gross margin, EBITDA margin, EBIT, net profit margin. So let's just use a couple of them and look for stocks with a gross margin of above 50%. Okay, so let's see what comes up here. So we're going to put above 50%. And now we narrow down our search from 11,600 items to 1,472. So you could see here that these are right now sorted by highest market cap by default. But if you press on any of these columns, it will resort. So NVIDIA made it up top, Microsoft, Google, Meta, all these have a profit margin of above 50%. And if we go up here to the tabs, we could click on the profit ratios over here, and we will see those in here. Let me see right here, gross margins. So let's say we narrowed down further, and and we'll look at the net margins. Okay, so that we got the gross margins, which are the what you have left over after your sale versus what it costs you to produce that product. But let's look at the net margins, which will take in consideration all these other expenses that you have regarding operations and so forth. So let's look at some net margins, and let's set that to let's say above 30%. So now we narrowed it down to 142 stocks. So we went from 11,600 to 142. And you can see here NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Meta. So a lot of the high cap technology stocks are up there. And if we go back to the original tab summary, we'll see the name of the stocks in here. So if we keep those two for now, metrics, could keep narrowing it down, but let's use some technical indicators. And what we're going to do is look for this tab over here, price, volume, and technical. And over here to the right, we see some technical indicators, and one is the moving average. If you hover over, it gives you kind of a definition of what the moving averages states are to meet one of these conditions. But we're going to look at our filter, and let's say what we want to do is say, okay, we see that these stocks that we selected have high profit margins. Let's also look for stocks that meet that criteria and are in an uptrend. So not only do they have high profit margins, but the markets look in that stock that the way it's moving, it's strong. It's that there's demand for the stock. It's moving higher. So let's look for something in an uptrend. So I'm going to click on that, and now you can see all these are in an uptrend. So we have NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, all these remained here, and they also have high profit margins. And what we did now is take some fundamental metrics, combined it with technical indicators to narrow down the choices, where we went from 11,600 different securities out there, and this would have also had ETFs in there and preferred stocks, but obviously this is going to filter it out because now it's looking for stocks that have gross margins and profit margins and so forth. So now we went down to 29. And of course, we could keep going further and narrowing down further by using some of these filters. Let's do maybe one more just to see a smaller group of stocks to analyze. And let's say we're just looking at the summary page, a stock that is displaying strength on the day. Okay, so right here, this is an uptrend based on moving averages. So it's looking at 20-day, 50-day, 200-day. Let's look at stocks that are displaying a strength on the current day where it is trading above its daily volatility band. Okay, so we have a volatility where the stock tends to trade around from the previous day's close. And what about a stock that's trading above that volatility band? So that's what this 1-day support resistance is. So you could see here, Microsoft made it, Meta, they're trading yesterday. Microsoft was up 1.1%, Meta up 2.5%, indicating that they have traded outside its expected daily range. So I'm going to come up here. We're going to look up the 1-day support resistance. And let's say we want to look at those that met all the previous conditions and are displaying strength on the day. Now we got 6 stocks. Okay, so we went from 11,600 down to 6 stocks, and we used something like over here, 2 filters over here, 2 filters over here. So 4 filters narrowed it down to 6 stocks. And now we could just compare them and see if there's any similarities. So maybe Microsoft and Meta have some similarities. High tech to large cap high tech stocks. We have a couple other ones in here, midstream. So not nothing like where we see like big groups of stocks that we could just identify, like maybe a sector, an industry that's being specifically targeted. But what we did was use that stock screener to really quickly narrow down the potential stocks that we could go and do further analysis. Okay. And that's on the day kind of what I just wanted. And now you have that, let's say that these are the criteria that you establish you want to look for on a day-to-day basis or intraday basis to come back and see if any new stocks or hit this. What you could do is save this as, give it a name, whatever you want to do, technical, and fundamental, whatever you want to call it. You could give that name, save it. Once you save it, it'll pop up in here. So you could come back later today, tomorrow, next day, whenever you want, bring down that specific criteria that you look for. It will filter out and repopulate those filters the way you have them set, and you'll be able to see what made it on that list. So, Will, I'm going to stop right there for today.
Yeah, that was great, D. Thanks for showing us how to use that tool. Everyone have a great trading day and a great, actually, Rob just asked, these screeners are good tools. What is great is after you select a stock, you get trade cards, options chain, etc. Nothing else has all of this. Well, thanks for the kind words, Rob. Always appreciate all the chameleons who come out for these webinars. Great job as always, D. You have a great trading day and a great weekend, my friend.
Yep. Thanks everyone for joining. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and hope to see you guys on Monday.
All right, we'll see you on Monday, D. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining the show. Remember to like and follow us on all the social platforms. If you're on YouTube, you can always check this show if you came in late. I do see people came in late. Hey, Swami, good to see you. Everyone have a great, safe weekend. Remember, thumbs up if you are on YouTube. I will see everyone on Monday. Have a great, safe day and a great weekend. Bye.